nonsense. So who the hell do you think you are?
I see you, I don't
Can you
see you.
do what you're supposed to do?
Everything is okay. It's okay.
And if you are angry, then you are the crazy one.
Give and take.
I don't exist.
For real.
Welcome to For Real episode 30. This is a podcast on human dignity recorded on the 21st of November 2025 at the Brooklyn Academy of Music in New York as part of the Next Wave Festival. We got together with 160 people to look into what it means to matter. Our guests go through a 90-minute experience in which they listen to pre-recorded interviews about the intellectual undermining of women. The music is made by Sarah Jeffrey on recorders and voice, Jorge Dumitriou on viola and guitar, and myself on harp. My name is Andrea Voets, and here at Resonate Productions we make musical journalism by combining social journalism with lots of original music. During 4 moments within For Real, the audience is invited to be interviewed by one of the musicians. And in this podcast you hear those conversations exactly as they took place. Good evening. Hi.
Good evening.
Hi.
I actually had the courage to come up because she was born in Liverpool, and I love Liverpool. And I was actually hoping it would be her, but you're okay too. Can you tell I'm nervous? Okay. All right, let me shut up. Okay. My name is Dorotea. I was born in the Philippines. I'm of the ocean of Lingayen, and I was born in 1970.
Dorotea, which one is going to be your question?
I like that fourth one. Do you resonate with something that has been said? Assimilation. For a lot of us, we assimilate into something that we're not. We assimilate into stories that are not true of our lived experiences. And somehow all these things seep into our subconscious. And yeah.
When is the last time that you felt you had to assimilate yourself, even in the tiniest of ways?
Maybe not the last time. Can I tell about one of the first times when
please.
I came here in the U.S.? Since immigration and migrant rights are so big right now, I'd like to talk about that.
Please.
I was 13, 8th grade, in a Catholic school in Manhattan, and we had a book report due, and I typed my book report, and I gave this book report to the teacher, and the teacher asked me to see him after class and accused me of not doing my homework myself, and that how am I, as an immigrant girl, possibly, how can I be, how can I know how to type? How can I know so much English? How can I know? And I'm a writer and a playwright now. And that always stuck with me. I mean, I don't hate this teacher, Mr. Duggan. I really don't. But I know that it stuck with me, and it took a while to get it out of my system and to understand where that perception came from. And I assimilated to that. I quit high school. I stopped studying. I was a club kid in the 80s. Y'all, come on. You had
better things to do.
I got my GED though. GED when I was 19. Went back. So, yeah. I assimilated to the story he had of me.
Why is that so painful?
that word dignity that you mentioned earlier. He didn't see me. He saw something he wanted to see, but he didn't see me. And wow, that is so true for so much of the pain in this world right now. Not giving the other person the dignity that they deserve. And also, like, I'm thinking, what is it in his background that made him think that way? What is the conditioning behind it? And it's still happening, I'm sure. And how do we uncondition ourselves from that?
Do you have a suggestion to send us off into this evening with?
I'm a Zen practitioner, and I always kind of encourage, I don't know, meditation, deep listening to yourself and others. Shut up sometimes. And it ain't all about you. Everything's so personal, but it's not about you. That's it.
Dorotea, thank you very much. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome here.
Thank you.
Would you like to mention your name, year, and place of birth?
Sure. My name is Clara. I was born in Stanford, Connecticut, and I was born in 1994.
Okay, Clara. Is there a question of these four that you would like to answer?
What do you do when you want to be heard? Historically, it's so interesting. I am someone that is pretty expressive, but I find being a Black woman, people don't always take well to it or characterize or I don't know, kind of make my actions theatrical in a way. And I have found that when I want to be heard, I will make art or create so that I'm controlling the narrative, or straight up just say something. I am someone that is pretty outspoken and have always been. And I think being who I am and also pretty petite is, I am infantilized often when I am heard. Sometimes I'll even just straight up tell my male friends to say something that I've said, and it seems like it's taken better, or my white friends, which is unfortunate. But when I am controlling the narrative, it's my own art.
Sorry, question for me. What is infantilized? I don't know what it means.
To be infantilized, to be babied. I think that there's always this factor that when I say something, someone's like, oh, you know, there's this, oh, so cute. Not cute.
And can you think of a situation where this has happened? And how did this happen? Like, you have like a specific context where this happened that comes to your mind?
I think there have been times where in previous professional situations, I've maybe whistle-blown something, been like, hey, maybe we should monitor this, and it was disregarded or not taken seriously. Regardless of the title, there seems to be a mistrust sometimes, being a woman. And This was many, many moons ago. And yeah, there were a lot of consequences, I guess, with not being heard. But it was one of those situations where I kind of just put my hands up. Yeah.
And I could imagine you had to do this over and over in order to get the attention or to be taken seriously.
It's kind of made me a little bitter over time. That sounds terrible. Part of me even relinquishes in joy when folks don't heed to my advice, and I'm just like, I'm of Haitian descent, and there is a Haitian proverb that goes "Wap kon George," which translates to "You'll meet the man, or you'll meet your maker." So, you know, Wap kon George.
Thank you, Clara.
Thank you so much.
Would somebody like to join me for one more question? Hi. Welcome.
Thank you.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Danre Adekunle. I was born when I was born, and I was born in Ibadan, Nigeria.
Okay, welcome. Which of these questions brought you to the table?
What responsibilities lie on your shoulders?
Yeah.
A big responsibility that's on my shoulders is helping my younger brother, and I think that it's been a big burden because I'm an eldest immigrant daughter, and I find that oftentimes my immigrant parents defer a lot of decision making to me.
Okay.
And it was a pretty tough year, but I really learned the power of my resilience, the power of time, and the power of love. And he's soaring right now, and I'm so, so proud of him.
I can feel the love in your voice for him.
Yeah, he's great. And I'm usually not the kind of person to invest in men as much as I did, but he's my baby, and I think that he's growing into a really strong young man.
Wow. For context, how old is he? He's a child or older?
He's a young adult, yeah.
Okay. Wow. And when you're taking care of him, what does that look like practically day to day for you?
Well, it looked like in the past year going back home once a month for the past year. So flying down to Atlanta to see him. So that was 24 flights just to make sure that he was in a good place.
Wow. Does he know this? I mean, of course he knows you're there, but do you think he has he can feel what this means?
I think he can, and we've had really amazing conversations, and he's expressed to me, he's like, you have always, he said that I am his favorite person, and it's just like the most meaningful thing. And I don't know, I just think that hopefully I show him an example of how to take care of yourself, how to listen to yourself, and how powerful women are, and what we can enact in our lives and in our families' lives. I think that it's important for young men to see strong matriarchs, and I feel like I've definitely been that in his life.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
On that note, we will continue.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Anne. I was born in Brazil in 1989. And I was already thinking about my mother throughout that last segment, so I love this question. My mother was supposed to be here, but she's not feeling so well, so she gave me her ticket. So I want to represent her. And I would like to say to her that I am so proud of her. My mother, like the person's mother who was speaking before, did not get to have a career for most of her life, but she's having one now in her 60s as an artist, and she started a nonprofit to do art with people who are underprivileged, and it's a very beautiful thing what she's doing. And I think one of the things that I'm most proud of is that her medium is all things that come from domestic work that she was made to do when she was young. And so her art is made by sewing and crocheting and ironing and doing all of these things that were her job, you know, her only job that she got to have. And I would like to say to her that I am so proud of how she took that situation and still turned it into creativity, and turned it into self-expression, and turned it into something she wants to do.
And how is that for you as a daughter to, at this point in life, to see that people are starting to pay attention to your mother for who she is?
It's a lot of feelings. I would say satisfying, but also, you know, when a person you interviewed mentioned that a woman is the servant of the husband and the children, I really felt very convicted that I also was taking her for granted as like my servant as I was growing up, and she did everything for us, you know. And so I think only as an adult have I come to understand that, and how she has had so much more to say and to offer that whole time that I was also missing. But yes, I feel very satisfied to see people come up to me and say, "Oh, your mom is amazing." And I said, "I know, you know, she is." I'm glad everyone sees it too.
And a final question. You said while we were playing for the tape, these 20 minutes before, you were thinking about your mother. Was there any new thought that came up that surprised you in your mind, that you feel comfortable sharing on a microphone because your mind is your mind and privacy still exists?
I don't know if anything new. Just this feeling that I remember I used to look at her when we were little, you know, and everyone kind of assumes you want to be like your mom when you grow up. And I used to be like, in my head, just like, no, she just does chores all day. This sounds horrible. I do not want to be like that when I grow up. And yeah, to see her now doing what she actually wants to do, just makes me feel really happy. That's what I was thinking about, is that was kind of her path, and then it didn't end there. And I'm very happy for her, even if it's kind of later, that she found her own thing, her own mark she gets to make, her own creativity.
It didn't end there.
It didn't.
Thank you for giving us that insight and that story, Anne. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening.
Hi,
Hi.
my name is Greta. I was born in 2009, and I'm from here. I'm from New York, and I don't know. I guess I was thinking about my mom a lot, and and just kind of resonating with like the state of our world now. I'm in a feminism club at my school, and we're going through some really dark stuff right now, and like just kind of talking about the state of the world, and it can be really, really stressful to talk about that kind of stuff. And I don't know, I think I've just been trying to ignore a lot of it and like push it away. And like, I don't know, ever since there was a change in presidency and like all of that, I think I've been feeling very, just ignoring everything that's going on in the world and just trying to like focus on myself. But I think like being a young woman and like feeling like I have the future of feminism kind of on my back, like makes me feel like people don't really realize like how hard it is on top of all my schoolwork and on top of all my extracurriculars and like being in high school, just like just being a woman and like feeling like, what am I going to do with my future? How am I going to make this right? How am I gonna be heard? And like, I don't know. Yeah.
And you say there's a lot of dark things that you want to push away. I mean, but what do they sound like? Like, what are the really, what would be a list of things that you're trying to push away at this moment?
I think like a lot of the politicians and kind of what they've done and how they still get to, a lot of the male politicians in our country and what they've done and how they still get to be in office and like practicing their professions, and like just all of these women who really deserve to be heard and seen are just not there. And like they deserve to be in those places, and I just think it's so unfair. Just like people in the interviews said, like, I don't know, women are not like a minority, and that also like minorities don't mean that you get to have one person on the panel instead of the whole panel being those people. And like, I don't know, I'm losing my train of thought a little bit. I'm very nervous, but
you don't show it at all, Greta. If you're born in 2009, you are now...
I'm 16.
16. It took me a long time to figure this out while we were speaking. You're now 16.
Yeah.
And this is the image you've gotten about who gets to be in power and who not. How do you continue?
I don't know. I think I really just have to like push through a lot of it. Like, just I don't know. I like to think of myself as an artist. I'm a songwriter. I play guitar, and I don't know. Like, I feel like sometimes when I play guitar, it's the only way I really feel, like the only way I can really express myself. And like, I don't know, I like to talk, but I feel like guitar is the only way that I can really like, I don't know, like let my soul out. And I think just like pushing through is just playing guitar and like just letting myself feel all my emotion. Usually I have to do that by myself, but also just like participating in music and just, I don't know, like there has to be some moment where I kind of relax a little bit. So.
Yeah. I think we all wish that for you and for everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Greta.
recording for the final time. Anyone is welcome to come to the centre and share one sentence on what do you deserve.
Hello, my name's Crystal, born 1986, from a great place called Brixton in London. What do I deserve? Something very much on my mind right now, being 8 months pregnant, is at least a year for maternity pay.
I deserve not to sacrifice who I am as a person for the sake of other people's comfort.
I deserve to be free from self-doubt.
I think we all deserve for one single man to come up here and have the courage to tell us what you deserve. One.
My name is Billy. I was born in 1999 from Philadelphia. And I deserve a hot chocolate when it's cold and lemonade when it's hot.
Hello. Hello, I'm Eddie. I was born in 1997. I deserve to cut myself some slack and show a little grace to myself sometimes.
My name is Cameron. I'm from Arkansas, and I was born in 1990. And I deserve to be soft.
My name is Annie. I was born in 1964 in Jersey City, and I deserve, as a woman growing into her 60s, to still be seen and heard, as older women often are not.
My name is Leah, and I was born in 1963 in St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada. And I deserve to express myself.
This was For Real from the Brooklyn Academy of Music in New York. We are Resonate Productions, and you can find us on Instagram at resonate.productions or on facebook.com/musicaljournalism. See you next time.